Good morning, everyone. This is Kim Dickerson. I am the admin and training coordinator for AgileDad. Today is October the 16th, and it is National Bosses Day. I would like to take this opportunity to number one, thank Lee Henson, the founder and CEO of AgileDad, for the opportunity he has given me to work with him. But number two, I would like to talk to you about what it's like working for him. About 5 years ago, I was sitting in one of Lee's classes, and he mentioned that he was looking for a part-time admin. I really didn't give it much thought at the moment he mentioned it, but a couple weeks after class had ended, I was sitting thinking of all the things that I had learned during that class and thought, if I learned this in a 2-day class, wonder what I could learn working for him. So I reached out to Lee and said, have you found an admin? And he said no. And I said, I'd like for you to consider me. This is what I have to offer. Lee agreed. And 4.5 years later, I am still here and I am still learning every day. I am so touched and honored by the trust that Lee has put into me. Some of the things that really make Lee stand out as a boss to me are his communication skills, his way to mentor and train you, and his ability to make you feel important. His communication skills are second to none. Anyone that has ever sat in an Agile Dad class or been at a conference where Lee has been speaking will tell you not only is he a communicator, but he's also an entertainer. He makes everything interesting and lively and relates it or is able to relate it to things that mean something to you. The same goes in working for Lee. Lee is able to communicate to me in a method that I can understand, especially when it involves things that, I have never done personally or professionally. He helps me get to a point where I understand what he is asking of me. And not many bosses would take the time to do that for an employee. Lee's training and his mentorship has meant the world to me. Lee has encouraged me to take the initiative to do things that are outside of my comfort zone. Hence, I'm doing a podcast, which I would have never done 4.5 years ago. But with Lee's encouragement, I'm coming out of that shell. I've never really been one that is an introvert, but working with Lee has heightened my extrovert skills. I am encouraged by him every day to speak up, to speak my mind. If there is something that Lee tells me or asks me to do, and I may not agree with it, I have a comfort level of saying to him, "Hey, what about this?" And there's not many bosses that genuinely care about your opinion. They tell you what to do, they expect you to do it, and your opinion on the matter really doesn't matter to them. That's not what it's like working for Lee. He encourages me every day to take the initiative to do the things that are outside of my comfort zone, and I can't tell him how much that has meant to me and the respect that he gives me, even when I make a mistake. He will come back and say, "Hey, maybe next time we should think about doing it this way. We'll talk it through, we'll come up with an agreement, and do what we both feel like is best for the company." Working with Lee as my boss, it's honestly, I feel like Agile Dad is my company as well because Lee encompasses an environment to where you are important and he encourages your ideas and encompasses everything that you have to say even if he doesn't always agree with it. Lee and I definitely have two different personalities. I am very black and white, and there is no pretty sky out there. And Lee is definitely the colorful one. So maybe between the mix of the two of us, we do make a great team. But I have thoroughly enjoyed my time with Agile Dad. I have learned so much and grown so much, both personally and professionally, and I cannot thank him enough for that experience. If you or an employee or a team are looking for training or coaching or mentoring, I would highly recommend reaching out to AgileDad. Lee is one of the best mentors and trainers I have ever had in my life. And that's a lot because it takes a lot to impress this good old country girl that has that black and white perspective. So, again, if you are looking for a trainer, please reach out to AgileDad. Lee, I would like to thank you for everything, and I look forward to the next 4.5 years. Happy Bosses Day.